Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David and this is a Magic Review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. Welcome back. We are doing another download from the Big Blind Media. That's right. Big Blind Media, they got a bunch of just super cool, very inexpensive downloads. And today we're going to learn the Sheffield slide. The Sheffield slide, this is from Toby Hudson. You can pick this up for 10 bucks. You get 5 or 6 files, something like that. But the whole thing is like 16 minutes long, so it's not long. Every single file is kind of like a chapter in a DVD, but each file in and of itself is maybe 3 minutes. So it goes by pretty fast. You can watch it pretty quickly. But let me tell you what the Sheffield slide is. It's a pop-out. It's a pop-out move. So as you slide the cards across the table, right? You're doing a table spread. One card fires out, just rockets out right from the center, just boom. And he's going to teach you how to fire off one card. He's going to teach you how to fire off multiple cards. He's going to teach you how to do it from a face-up deck, and he's going to give you 2 tricks, kind of like trickettes. They're little small little tricks that are just kind of fun, just to kind of wet your whistle, show you kind of what you could do with this technique. So let's talk about it. So 16 minutes, 10 bucks. Like I said, 5 or 6 files. It's Toby. He's kind of like in a library-esque restaurant lobby. He's sitting in a chair. He's doing all this over a glass table and a card mat. And really, what I described, that's what you're getting. So the very first file is just an introduction, and he tells you, okay, what the Sheffield slide is, which I've just told you already, that you're sliding the cards across the table and one card like fires out. And that same file also has the trailer. So you can see the trailer right there too. The second one is how to do it. And that's probably where you should stop because you'll need to practice. This is something that you will definitely need to practice. It will not come easy. You will not get it on your second, third, or fourth try. This is all muscle memory. It's a little bit of strength too, because what you're asking your finger is to be able to put pressure on a card and fire it across the room with enough force to actually make it go, because you don't want it to just kind of like and just fall out of the deck. You want it to get out there, but you also want to do it in a manner that disguises the fact that your finger's doing it, right? I mean, the spectator's probably going to know that you did it, right? But you don't want them to see it. The object should look like as you're spreading, the card just shoots out, like it doesn't want to be in the deck. It fires out on its own. So that means keeping that little flick motion disguised in your fan. But the other thing you have to practice is doing it so that it's all one continuous action. Because I could just see that as you're fanning, you're like, oh, I've gotten halfway. Now's the time where I have to flick the card. Flick, and as you do it, you pause, right? Because now you're thinking fan, flick, fan. It can't look like that. It can't look like fan, flick, fan. It has to look like fan, and one card just shoots out. We have a tendency as magicians to stop when the magic happens. We bring all our attention to the moment by stopping, even if it's just slightly. So there is definitely some practice going on, and especially if you're going to get to the point where you can shoot out a second card in that same spread, right? Because that means you have to be faster. But in the other file where he teaches you how to do it face up, that's a completely different handling. It's not the same handling. It's completely different. So it's a whole other thing. And you really can't learn how to do the face up fire until you've learned how to do the face down. So you got to learn how to do the face down, get it pat down, so where you can actually Then you're going to go back and watch the face up one and say, oh, wow, there's a lot more going on. So the files are the how to do it, the face up, the multiple pops, and then you get 2 trick ideas. And like I said, they're little trickettes. So the first one is called Slippery Sandwich. And in Slippery Sandwich, you pull out a pair, let's say the red kings, okay? And you flip them face up and put it in the deck. You then have the spectator select any card, show them the card, and then you're gonna openly place that card between the kings. So you'll refan, find those kings, put their card face down between, close it all back up, and then as you spread, there'll be a noticeable break right when those kings start to spread apart and their card will shoot out. Like, let's put your card in the middle of these two kings, and as you spread, it goes pop, nope, I don't want to be in there. And it rockets back out. And you'll be able to flip that card, show it to be their card, and there's now no card between the kings. So that's Slippery Sandwich. And then there's Sloppy Slip. Sloppy Slip. That's the second trick you'll learn. And this is where a spectator selects a card and it pops out once and then twice. So similar to the first one, any card is selected, put back in the deck. As you fan, it rockets out, you show it to them, you say, let's try this again. You stick it back inside, fan, it shoots out again. So it's just, look, any card you selected, it now wants to be with you, right? it's firing out of the deck, it doesn't want to be with me anymore, it's your card. Or that'd be cool if you had it signed, right? Because now that it's signed, it wants to be with you and it keeps firing out towards you. And then there's an ending. So yeah, that's the whole thing. So it's nice that you get a couple little tricks in there. I like it when you learn a new move, but then the creator also shows you what you could do with it, right? Instead of just saying, oh, here's the Elmsley count, but then you don't learn a trick to go with it. So it's nice to have something to show for it. Go watch the trailer. Go watch the trailer. It's a really cool move, and really burn his hands. Really burn his hands and see if you can see him flick the card. Because I mean, you could learn how to do it, but are we gonna be as good as Toby? Because he looks like he's been doing it a really long time. So this is kind of one of those moves where it becomes a signature move for a particular magician, and then they get to teach you how it's done. And I'm sure you've never thought, I want to learn how to flick a card out of a spread. You've probably never had that thought. But now that I've introduced you to the thought, maybe now you're thinking, well, now I really want to learn how to do it. So for $10, you'll learn how to do it. But like I said, practice for sure. Absolutely, this is more difficult than other big blind media products. This is definitely not self-working. This is definitely muscle memory and practice and timing and getting it all down. So that's the Sheffield slide, Toby Hudson. And I want to thank Big Blind Media for allowing me to have this so I could do the review for you. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, and one last thing. Do you like Star Wars? I love Star Wars, and I have another channel that covers all of my Star Wars fandom. You got game tutorials, classic book reviews, you can watch me build my Kylo Ren costume, or you can watch me build my massive X-Wing model. I've been with the franchise since 1977, the very beginning. I own the mail-away Boba Fett. So my channel is all about my love for Star Wars with absolutely zero hate. Because basically, if it says Star Wars, I love it. So if you've got a second, drop by and check out my Star Wars channel. Thank you.